Hi there, this is the first of two short training videos, support videos, to help you make the most of your use of your access to the online learning services at St George's College in Jerusalem. My name is Greg Jenks, I'm the Dean of the College, and we're delighted that you're going to be coming to have a program with us. We hope that you'll find that the MOODLE program here, the MOODLE resources, the online resources, really enrich your program both before you come, while you're here, and of course in the weeks and months after you've been at the course, when you will continue to have access to the online resources that we have available. MOODLE is simply a software system, a particular program which is designed to provide an online learning space, a place where teachers and students can share information, interact, reflect, discuss, share resources. And we hope that you'll find it a really useful addition to your experience here with us in Jerusalem. So let's get started. Your account will have been created by probably by Genia Stefan, the registrar for the college here, or by some other staff member, perhaps even myself. And then you will receive an email, either a direct message from Genia or myself, or a system-generated message, which will appear to come from the librarian, but will have actually come from the nameless computer that runs the program for you. When that appears, if it is in fact one of the other kind of messages, the system-generated message, you'll see that it will come like this. It'll greet you by name. It'll provide your temporary username, which will be simply your first and last name, all in lowercase and without any punctuation or spaces. So Fred Smith would just be F-R-E-D, S-M-I-T-H, no caps, no gaps, no punctuation. There's also a temporary password there, so I could copy that because I'm going to need that when I log in. And the first thing I need to do is to log on here, click on this link which will take me to the login site. Now I'm going to log in with my username, and then I'm going to put in my password. And I'm not wanting it to remember the username, so I'm going to go log in. It's a temporary password, so I don't want it to remember the temporary password. I'm going to put in the temporary password, and then I'm going to select a new password. Now the new password must be at least 8 characters. That must include one number, one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, and at least one non-alphanumeric character, such as an asterisk or a hyphen or a pound sign or an exclamation mark. So I'm going to accept the one which has been suggested by my web browser, Safari, because it meets all those criteria. And then I simply go Save Changes. Now my password has been updated, and I can click Continue. At this stage, the system, because I'm logged in for the first time, the system is asking me what I would like to do to set up my profile. So I can go to Edit Profile. I might decide to change my first name. I may, for instance, decide to change my time zone, because the time zone there is not as accurate as it could have been. So I'll change that to Jerusalem. Everything else is fine. If I don't want other people to see my email address, I can hide it, but there's no reason for me to do that. I could type something about myself if I wanted to. I can then add a photo. Now the simplest way to add a photo is to go to your own files where you keep photos, and this will vary from person to person. You select the photo that you want to use, and let's suppose it was this one, and you simply drag it across onto that field. Give it a moment for the file to upload. And once you have a small image actually showing up, you know that everything is there, then you click Update Profile. And because the website, the internet service of the college is a bit slow, as it may be where you live as well, you may have to try once or twice before it actually takes. Okay, so now Mr. Sam Poole actually also has a photo there as well. I can choose my preferred language, but normally English will be fine. Forum preferences. I might decide I want to get every single message as a separate post. That's the default. Or I might decide that I'd just like to get one message a day which pulls everything together as a complete message. And this little sign here will explain what the options are. Okay, so if I'm not sure what digest or so on means, this little explanation will be helpful. You can say, yes, show me the post that I haven't seen before, so that would make it easier for me to see the material which I haven't already looked at. Messaging, what are my preferences for messaging? Okay, so I'm happy to receive email when I'm logged in between other users, and also when I'm offline, you'll notice. Okay, I'm happy to receive email. So there are various options like that you can go through if you want to, or you can simply ignore all these things completely. Okay, once things are pretty well set up the way you want, I would go to Dashboard. And Dashboard will show you all the courses that you're currently enrolled in. Now, in this case, this particular sample is already enrolled for Tips for New Pilgrims, Maps and Charts, Places of Interest and Readings, as well as Introduction to the Bible Land. So I'll have to show you how to do that in a subsequent video. For now, just be grateful that it's all there, I guess. What I want to focus on here is the course page, the page that relates to the program you're doing. And so I have I've taken as an example what we've got here on for the Intro to Bible Lands course. You'll notice straight away it's reminding me that there are some unread posts that I haven't looked at when logged in under this ID. The other thing I need to mention is that over here, these things on the side, normally by default you'll find them over here on the right hand side of the screen. I like to click this little left angled arrow and park them on the left hand side of the screen so that I have more real estate down here. Okay, otherwise the page gets a bit cluttered up. So what you will find here, and we'll go in another video, I'll go into how to look at news forums and discussion forums. What you'll find is some kind of graphic for the course, the news forum, a discussion forum, perhaps the advanced course information, program schedule, which will be just a list of what we're going to be doing in the program. You'll find links to sets of Bible readings, graphics like maps and so on, which we don't need to worry about for now. And you'll also find a day-by-day outline of the program. And then as the program goes on, resources which relate to that particular day will be added onto the program, onto the site for you. But normally they won't be there in advance of the program. Okay, so Dashboard allows you to see the things that are there for you. Site Home will take you to a wider list, and but again, it will only show those programs to which you might have access, or which you might request access. So primarily that's going to be things like Tips for New Pilgrims, Alumni, Maps and Charts, etc. Okay? When you go to Dashboard, it's only going to show you the ones that you are actually enrolled in. Again, if you don't want all this stuff cluttering up the side of your screen, you just turn it off, and the software will remember what your preferences are. So once you've turned it off, they will stay turned off and in the left until you click them and decide to bring them back. Okay? Alright, well that's probably enough to show you how to log into the account, how to change your password, and the basic design of your course page, as well as how to update your user profile. We'll come back in a separate video and look at how you might use some of the resources, and in particular how you might read and create forum posts. So we'll be back shortly, or you'll be back whenever you're ready to come back actually, to have a look at a second video which will give you an introduction to some of those other other aspects of using the MOODLE site. Obviously, the last thing you do before you leave is you log out of the site, go to the top right hand corner, go to log out, and that's all you have to do. Okay, thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.